Hi lovelies, you're welcome to today's class, and design for today is what we have on our screen. Is a pleated body with a sequins ruffle. So let's get to work. So for this design I use a shiny poly fabric. You can use a raw sequin, you can use any stretchy material. So I pick the stretchy side and fold it into two. So after folding it into two, I fix my measurements. The circumference is 11.5 plus half inch sewing allowance 12. Then I added 2 extra inches for the backdrop. That's why you are seeing 14 inches here. So for the length I have 20 inches. So if you open this up, you will be having 28 by 20 inches. And for the band, I have the actual head circumference plus extra 1 inch for sewing, which is 24, and the wideness is 4 inches. Then for this sequence design, this measurement is not a fixed measurement. You can just do it. You can just fix your measurement based on how full you want it to be. So but for this exact one, I just use 21 by 12 inches. So the first thing you'll be doing is to pick up your base, the 28 by 20 inches that will measure, that will cut out earlier. Then you mark 2 inches from up to down, just like what I'm doing. You mark your 2 inches across to the other side. So from the first 2 inches, you mark another 2 inches all the way down to the other side as well. Then you mark another one again till you get to the end of this material. So after that, you pick on the mark you make, you pick it up like this, then you stitch like quarter of an inch, not even up to quarter of an inch. You just stitch it down. So here is my own stitch. This is what you have after stitching it. Then you go ahead to the second marking as well and pick it up again and repeat the same stitch. The same way you stitch the first one, you repeat it till you get to the end of this material. So after making it, this is what I have right from the beginning to the end. This is the other wrong side, and the first side, and that's the right side. So the next thing is to fold this fabric into two and mark out the center. Just notch the center, or use your chalk to make a mark at the center. Then you pick up your band as well and notch the center. So after that, you fold your band into two just like this. Then you attach it to the midpoint of the cap. The right side will be facing up. Then you attach your band to it and stitch it all the way down from one side to the other side. So after stitching, here is what I have. You notice that the base is longer than the band. That's because of the backdrop. So you fold this into two. Mark the actual hair circumference you want to work with. You know, here I said I'm working with 23 inches because of the stretch. The material is stretchy. I later reduced it to 22, so I marked 11. Then you stitch it down. From here you come across, you go across to this side and stitch it all the way down. And you turn to the other side as well and continue to the edge. But before you get to the edge, you mark out 2 inches. So you stop your stitch at this 2 inches mark. You will not stitch it to the edge. You stop at this 2 inches mark. So here I've stitched this down, and here is the opening, my 2 inches opening. Then down to our ruffles, you pick up your material, then you fold the longer part just like this. And just watch, you fold the longer part into two. That is, you fold 21 inches part into two, then you stitch it down. After stitching, you turn to the right side, and after turning to the right side, you see that the two ends are opened. So the two edges that are open, you fix it into the cap through that hole that you create, through the opening that you have. So you fix it in through the opening and you pull it out under the cap like this. You make sure the two mouths meet, that is the four mouths, you align it together and stitch this down. So after stitching it, is what I have just done to the other side and arrange the cap very well. So like I said, the measurement for this ruffles depends on how big and how wide, how full you want the ruffles to be. So here is how the ruffles look like. So the next thing is to pick your needle and thread and make a running stitch right under the band. Just this, from this point to the other end, you make your running stitch. So you can pass the needle again to secure it very well. So after that, here's the final look of our cap. You can see, so simple and gorgeous. You can replace your sequins with another material anyhow you want it to be.